Namaste to you. Good morning and welcome to Yoga with Lisa SXM, the gentlest yoga on the internet. We're going to take it extra gentle today, although we are deep in the thick of our 60-second plank challenge and we are well into special shapes. So we're doing some Spider-Man plank and leg lift, and we might even do touch the hip today. Touch the hip. So that's on tap for today's yoga, but we'll start nice and slow and gentle as always. Find yourself on your yoga mat, please, and take a moment to just settle in. Good morning, Audrey. Thank you for being here. So have a nice straight back if you would. Roll those shoulders up and back a few times, just to emphasize that we want the shoulders to relax. Keep them down away from the ears. Some good deep full breaths in and out. And with the next exhalation, keeping the back straight, drop the chin and just let the head hang down in front of the chest. Really relax the neck, let the head go. With every exhalation, let the head be heavier and heavier. You can release your belly as well, because your belly and your neck are kind of in combination there. They want to work together. So release the belly and the neck will let go even more. And just breathe deep, letting the head hang in front of the chest. And then slowly we'll begin to move the chin along the collarbone, just a couple of inches left and a couple of inches right, ever so slow. Whenever you think you're going slow, try and go even slower. Inhaling and exhaling as you slowly move your chin along your collarbone left and right, just a few inches this way and that. And see if you can't feel the back of the neck, every strand of muscle, every connective tissue, tendon and ligament back there, where it reaches up to the skull, where it reaches down to the back, to the shoulder blades and shoulders. Beautiful. Let's let the head just hang in front for a moment again and just release the belly. And with an inhalation, bring the head up to level and blink your eyes a few times. Let's give the neck some more love with those beautiful massaging fingers. Bring them back to the back of the neck and find a good spot there. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Give some love to that beautiful neck. And let any tension or stress that's stored in those tissues just dissipate out into the air and just evaporate away. Beautiful. Let's just do some simple left and right. Look left, look right. Breathe in, breathe out. Find your full range of motion. And remember, whenever you're doing yoga with me, or really yoga with anybody, always listen to yourself. Listen to your inner wisdom, your inner teacher, and be very, very gentle and careful with yourself. Don't overdo it. Take it easy. So we're just looking left and looking right. Find that full range of motion. Respect it, but do acknowledge where the edge of your range is. And maybe some days you don't have that much range, and that's perfectly fine. Whatever range of motion you have, breathe as you move and appreciate it. Find your gratitude. All right, let's see if we can come back to the center, drop the head, and let the neck elongate again. Stretch the back of the neck. Release the shoulders, release the belly. Let the head fall down. Let's shift our weight on our hips and just let the head roll from shoulder to shoulder as your weight shifts from left hip to right hip. And your hands can just rest on your legs. See if you can really roll the head way over to its side position by the shoulder. And then the other way. Let's take whatever movement you're doing now and slow it down. Work with your breath. As you're doing this, if you feel any uncomfortableness or any pain or sensitivity, you're welcome to slow down or stop. Reach back and give that spot some more attention, rubbing, stroking, massaging, and just letting it release. And then when you're ready, we'll lift the face up again and blink the eyes again. Blink them real wide and look all the way around. Big circle with the eyes. And really try and see things. Not just mindlessly circling the eyes and getting dizzy, but really use the eyes to see things at the very edge of your range of vision. And then you'll change the direction, go around your circle the other way, seeing things with the eyes at the very edge of your vision. Scrunch those eyes closed. Scrunch your mouth closed. Scrunch your face all up. Breathe in and open wide. Scrunch up. Exhale. Breathe in and open wide. Stick the tongue out. Stick the eyes wide open. And breathe in again. And let it go. All right, let's stretch those legs out. Take a minute to just flex the ankles and point the toes. Flex and point, flex and point. You can see I'm rocking on my hips. I'm pulling the flesh away from my sitting bones. It's nice to sort of connect your body's weight through those pelvis points into the earth and feel nice and solid in your connection to the earth. Flex those ankles for all they're worth, stretching the back of the legs from the ankles and the Achilles tendon, opening up the back of the knees, and sitting tall through the hips, through the shoulders, through the back. Lift the arms straight up, reach up with your toes and your fingertips. Excellent. Bring it down to a prayer pose at your heart. You can relax your feet now. Just sit quiet for a moment. And we're going to put those hands on top of the legs and just rub down towards the toes and come back up towards the hips. Fingertips towards the toes. Heel of the hand towards the hips. Excellent. And let's keep breathing deep as we move. Inhale when you're up. Exhale when you're down. Big breath in and out. Let the head look straight up and then look all the way down towards the floor. Look up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Look down towards the floor. Exhale. 2 more times. Beautiful. We're going to open the legs out just a little bit wider than the hips. And walk the hands down in between the legs, reaching the fingertips into the distance beyond your toes. You can reach your hands way forward on the floor and then round your back and drop your head. Push against the floor, walk your hands halfway up, just halfway. Walk them over to the right, as far right as you feel like you want to go, and then bring your nose close to the floor, face down by the knee. Halfway up, walk back to the middle. Walk way forward with your hands, drop your head, relax. Push against the floor, walk your hands halfway up, and then come over to the other side, outside of the leg, and bring your face close to the floor. Reach the arms over to the side. Push halfway up and come back to the middle. And let's flex those toes again. Flex the ankles, bring the toes pointing up towards the ceiling, and see if you can touch your toes or your shins or ankles. Grab a hold and lift your face and bring your chest forward. Awesome. Walk your hands back up and come up. We're going to bring one heel in. Now this heel, if it wants to come all the way into the groin, that's okay, or you can keep it at the knee or out to the side, wherever it suits you. We're going to do a forward fold with one leg tucked in. We're really going to focus on this long leg. Both arms are going to reach out beyond those toes. And if you need support, you put your hands on the floor for support. If you feel strong and you want to, You can reach out in the air above the foot. Look down at your legs so your neck is straight. And it's a vibrant reaching, stretching, breathing. Keep breathing, keep stretching. Keep feeling like it's really vibrant, the reach. With the fingertips and the top of the head, reach. 2 more breaths, stay strong. And then hands to the floor, push yourself up, and we'll change out the legs. Again, this heel doesn't have to come all the way in if that doesn't suit you. You can be anywhere out there. In fact, to show you, I'll just keep it out about mid-range as I reach out beyond my toes again here. And if you need support, you put your hands on the floor and walk yourself out until you can make your reach. If you feel strong, you can go straight from sitting tall, reaching out over your toes, looking down towards your knee. Reach. Keep breathing, keep reaching, keep stretching. And then when you're ready, hands to the floor and push yourself up and stretch that leg out again. Give your legs a nice jiggle. And then let's see if we can get ready to stretch down on the floor on our backs. Take a minute to just enjoy laying down. Arms can go wherever feels comfortable. Heels can be a little bit close to the hips and knees are pointed up. Check in with yourself here. Make sure your breath is coming in through the nose and all the way to your deep belly, and then fill the body up with air. And then when you exhale, you can just let it all go at once through the mouth or the nose or both. Beautiful. Let's bring our knees up to the chest and bring them, imagine that they're sort of Velcroed together. They're stuck together. They're going to stay together. And we're going to move the knees in a circle. At some point in the circle, your toes may touch the floor near your hips. That's okay. But then just let it be a touch and then keep it moving all the way around in a big circle. And lots of breathing. Change direction and go the other way around your circle. And change direction again. A couple more times all the way around. And then we'll settle the feet on the floor near the hips. Take a moment to tilt your pelvis and squeeze the belly in, pushing the lower back flat down hard onto the floor. Try to keep the pressure that you're building in your lower abdomen out of your chest and arms and shoulders. Keep breathing. Squeeze that belly in, squeeze the waist in, squeeze the kegel in, squeeze the hips in, squeeze the thighs if you want to, but keep it all between the belly button and the knees tight. And the most important thing is that you keep breathing. We're not holding our breath here, we're pushing down and breathing. Pushing the lower back down into the floor and breathing into that push. Going, press it in, push it down, keep breathing. Awesome. Stretch the legs out, relax. Arms reach overhead, stretch the body long. Big breath in like a yawn or a sigh. And then bring the hands down. Put one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly, and let's just work on our breath for a minute as we rest. Belly up. Full of air, chest out and full of air. Close the chest, exhale, squeeze the belly in, exhale. Inhale belly, inhale chest, exhale chest, exhale belly. Keep it going, keep it going. One more. Beautiful, relax. Let's bring the right knee up, bring the hands to the knee, squeeze it into the chest, and relax. Squeeze it in, and relax. Pull it out. Squeeze it in. Let it drift out. Squeeze it in. Hold. Hold that knee into the chest. Strong arms and hands holding it in. Beautiful. Keep breathing. It should feel good. And when you're ready, we'll stretch that leg up towards the ceiling. If it's still a little bit bent, that's okay. Circle that ankle. Look at your foot. Circle it around the other way. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle them as much as you can, as fast as you can. In and out. Squeeze and release. Beautiful. Point the toe. Flex the ankle. Point it up. Flex it back. Point and flex. Point and flex. Do a point and just bring the toes back. And then bend the middle joint of the toes a few times. Yeah. And then circle the ankle again. Bend the knee. Bring it down. Grab the heel. Grab the knee in your hands and rock across the torso as if you're holding a baby in your arms and you're rocking the baby. Rock it across, back and forth. Keep breathing. Awesome. Let's stretch that leg up again. Stretch it up to the ceiling. Hands can reach for the knee or the thigh. Interlock your fingers behind the knee or thigh if you choose to. If your leg is bent, don't worry about it. We're just going to pull the leg a little closer to the space and back to vertical. Take a breath in. Exhale. Pull the leg a little closer to the face. Just an inch or two, especially if you're new to this practice. Don't expect that you've got as much flexibility as you did the last time you did your yoga, if it's been a while. Or if you've never done yoga, don't compare yourself to anybody else. Just listen to your own self and really breathe into the movement. Be gentle. Don't overdo it. Take it easy. Stretching and breathing. Let's hold the leg at or near your edge, your therapeutic edge. So bring the leg to the spot where you feel the stretch. Hold right there. We're going to hold for 30 seconds without moving. Just keep moving. Already been at it 10 seconds, so another 20 or 15 seconds, and we'll see if we get a little more flexibility after we wait. All right, now if you feel like you want to go deeper, if the body is asking for a more extreme stretch, you can just ease into it. If you don't feel that and you just want to stay where you are, that's awesome. Do that. Find your new edge, wherever that may be. Stay right there and breathe deep. Release the leg and let it drift back down. Bend the knee, cross it over. Find the floor with your knee or your foot. Open your hands out from your shoulders straight out. Find yourself really settling into this beautiful spinal twist. Recline spinal twist. This is meant to be deeply relaxing, deeply luxurious. Enjoy the stretch. Make it your own. Bend your knees a little more. Shift the position of your arms and your head and make it really just communicate to you that you love yourself. Deeply healing the spinal twist is meant to connect your breath to your deepest tissues inside your spine, all the way down to your tailbone. Try to relax every part of the body. you're ready, roll onto your back and let's do another long body stretch where we realign the spine and the body with a big breath in. And a nice yawn or sigh, whatever makes you feel really relaxed. Take a minute to just be on your back again. And then we'll bring up the left knee. Hands come to the knee. Pull it into the chest and bring it away. Exhale, pull it into the chest. Let it drift away and breathe in. And squeeze it into the chest again. 2 more times, just like that. All right, hold it in with really strong arms. Squeeze it in, hug it into the chest. And then stretch the leg up and place your hands somewhere around the knee. Circle the ankle, look at your foot, circle the ankle one way and then the other. Wiggle your toes, really wiggle them like crazy. Flex the ankle, point the toe, flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Keep the point in the ankle, but bring the toes back. And then wiggle, just bend that middle joint in your toe. Squeeze it in a few times, and then circle the ankle again. One way and then the other. Beautiful. Flex and point again. All right, release the foot, relax the foot, pull the leg with your arms just a little bit in towards the face and back to vertical. You do that a couple more times, find that range of motion. Don't overdo it, don't pull hard on your leg. For heaven's sakes, be gentle with yourself. And gentle means aware and breathing a lot. Listening with love to the body. Let's hold the leg at or near that edge of our range of motion. Feel that gentle stretch in the hamstring. 30-second static stretch. Just breathe and stay still. Now that we've been patient, if you feel like you want to go deeper into your stretch, gently pull just a little deeper into the stretch. If you don't feel that urge, stay right where you are. Your hamstring is already stretched enough, right? You don't want to overdo it today. Gentle is as gentle does. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Release the leg. Let it drift back up towards vertical. Bend the knee. Reach for the heel with your other hand and the knee in your first hand. And we'll just rock the baby across the body a few times. Left and right. Breathe in and out. We open. We close. And then we're going to roll over onto the hip and bring the knee or the foot close to the floor. And then adjust for your very relaxing and luxurious reclined spinal twist. Make it your own. Bend your knees as you like. Place your arms as you like. Turn your head as you like. And relax and breathe deep. Don't come out of this reclined spinal twist until you've done some deep, relaxing and restorative breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Maybe 2 or 3 deep restorative breaths, and then roll onto your back. Raise your arms overhead, stretch your legs out on the floor, stretch long through the body. And then bend the knees up, place the feet on the floor close to the hips, hands out to the side, palms up. Just drop your knees to the left. Then pick them up, drop them to the right. Take a rest. Up and over to the other side. Take a rest. Up and over we go. Take a rest. One more time to the left. Take a rest. And all the way over to the right. Take a well-deserved rest. All right, we're going to pick the hips up, so let's put our hands right alongside our hips, and the feet are strongly on the floor near your hips. Lift the hips up off the floor into a bridge. Notice if your chest is rising up to meet your chin, that's good. If you want, you can walk your shoulders together under your upper back and find your hands together underneath your tailbone. Clasp your fingers, interlock your fingers, and roll up onto your arms. Then you should be able to push your feet into the floor strongly and lift the hips up even higher. Wherever you find your bridge, breathe strongly and deeply into your belly. Release your arms. Reach your hands straight up from your shoulders. Reach for the ceiling and roll your back down onto the floor. Bring your knees then to your chest. Bring your hands to your knees and rock left and right. You can bring your legs out a little bit so they're a little bit straddled. Rolling left and right. You should feel a nice massage across your hips as the weight of the body presses the hips into the floor. Maybe you feel it in your upper back as well. Rock left and right. Keep breathing. Awesome. Reach your arms and legs up into the air and do a big, slow bicycle move. Pedaling your feet around and around, but doing your arms as well as if they're on pedals as well. Pressing slowly through the air. Let's see if we can go a little slower and a little bigger, bringing the legs near the floor as they move through their big circle. I'm going to change a little bit because I'm touching the table down there. I will push the camera back while I'm doing it. Just keep doing your big slow bicycle. I'm still with you, don't worry. All right. There we go, that's good. And remember, we're trying to bring the legs down close to the floor, so we use our abs a little bit through this bicycle maneuver. So we're working on flexibility, but also core strength. Keep going, keep breathing. And as the muscles begin to fatigue, let's go in a backwards bicycle. Even bigger, even slower. I know it's challenging, but it's well deserved to rest now. Just your right side. Right arm and right leg, take a rest. Lay them down on the floor. Left side, left arm and leg still moving in a backwards bicycle. Ever so slow, very, very big. Keep breathing. I know. Let's take a rest with the left side now. And the right side, backwards bicycle, big and slow. Really try to rest the left side. Make it not try to help out with the movement that your right side is doing. This is called isolation. Isolate one side, make it rest while the other side keeps working. Keep breathing. Two more times, you can do it. And then we're going to take a rest. Find your savasana. Hands out to the side from your hips. Hands palms up. Feet flopping outward. Legs slightly apart. Total relaxation and total awareness. Beautiful. Let's bring the knees up one more time. Clasp onto the knees, fingers behind the knees, and just begin to rock. Rounding the back, rock from hips to shoulders. And eventually you'll come up to seated. I'm going to sit on my knees in the hero pose. If you want to join me in the hero pose, that's awesome. Otherwise, you can sit in your cross-legged position, what they call the easy pose. So whatever suits you is fine here. We're going to work our arms a little bit. We'll start with rolling the shoulders. And go the other way, over the top to the front. Let's scrunch the shoulders way up by the ears as high as you can, and just let your arms sort of hang. If you're cross-legged, maybe you can't let your arms hang, but scrunch the shoulders way up by the ears. Inhale big. Exhale and drop them fast. Bring them up again with an inhalation. Squeeze them up, breathe in. And let them drop. One more time. Squeeze them up, breathe in. And drop them. Awesome. Now we're going to bring the arms out from the shoulders. Turn the palms up. Lift and breathe in. Touch the hands over the head. Bring it to your heart. Exhale. Bow the head. Inhale, lift it up, breathe in. Turn the palms out and push it down. Imagine you're pushing against something that's resisting the press of your hands downward, like a big fluffy mattress. Push it down to the floor. Turn your hands palm up, lift up, breathe in. Find your prayer and pull it down to your heart. Exhale, bow your head. Lift it up again. Breathe in, lift your hands. Palms out, push down to the floor. Excellent. Down, push down. And then rise back up. And move the arms like water on the ocean. Slow, gentle waves moving through the arms from fingertips through the wrist, elbow, shoulder, shoulder, elbow, wrist, and fingertips on the other side. So move them. Sometimes we call this a snake arm. You see the undulation of a snake's body through the arms. And the really challenging thing here is to try and do it the other direction, because we always do certain movements a certain way and the body gets used to it. It's awesome to try and do it backwards. It's really challenging. Give it a try. It's good for your shoulders, it's good for your brain. Yes, all right, let's reverse to raising it up. Breathe in, lift, find your prayer, pull it down, exhale. Push it up, breathe in. Palms turn out, push it down to the floor by your hips, exhale. Palm up, lift up, breathe in. Just the right hand is going to go down now. Watch it go down, let it find the floor. And then bending over with a nice stretch through the side body. Feel the stretch in your armpit and elbow and wrist, palm of the hand, spread the fingers wide. And bring that stretch all the way down to your hip, through the waist. And then let's come back upright and tilt all the way over the other way. Stretching through the side body. Breathe deep. If this is difficult for your neck because your head is sideways, just let it be loose and easy. Don't resist gravity. Just let it go. And let's come back upright and do our breathing again. Lift the arms up. Breathe in. Find your prayer. Bring it down. Staying here for a moment. Beautiful. Interlock your fingers and squeeze and release, squeeze and release, squeeze and release. A few more times. Keep squeezing. Visualize that as you squeeze and release this interlocked hand formation that you've made here, that represents your heart beating. Squeeze and release, beating heart. Beautiful. Push through the hands, invert, and round your back. Drop your head. Beautiful. Lift it straight up overhead. Reach it up. Breathe in. Bring the hands to the back of the head. Elbows go way back. Look up through the top of your eyes. Blink a lot. Put a smile on your face and dip your elbow down. Come back up. Dip down the other way. Don't go too far. This is a little bit difficult in the torso. It's kind of an awkward position, so we're just doing a little bit of an elbow dip, not a major bend, side bend. One more time. Dip it down and dip it up. Raise your hands straight up. Breathe in. Round your back, drop your head, push the hands way forward. Exhale. And then hands come in a prayer pose again. Beautiful. Let's get up on hands and knees now. So find that beautiful table position, pressing the fingertips into the ground. We're going to sway back and lift the face from the middle of the back way down like a hammock. This is the cow position. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, bring the middle of the back up and drop the head, drop the tailbone, push the middle of the back up. Exhale and all out. Inhale, lift the face and tailbone, drop the middle of the back, cow pose. Exhale, raise it up with the cat pose, drop the head. Take your time. Any speed is perfect. Back and forth between cat and cow. Let's do 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, and come back to table. Let's do a balancing pose. We're going to bring the right hand, right arm, and left leg up and out. Hold. Oops, I need my clock so I know how long to hold. Switching sides. Switching sides again. If you feel strong, you can always lift your leg a little higher than your hip. All right, bring those down and change sides again. Again, if you want, you can lift that back heel up higher than your hip. Keep breathing. Alright, hands down, knees down. Let's find our first downward dog of the day. Bring those toes, turn them under. Lift the hips up. Walk your feet to where they're just perfectly balanced for your downward dog. Push away with your arms, hands, fingertips into the mat. Drop the head between the arms. Lift the tailbone up and back. Downward dog. Let's walk the dog. Bring one heel up at a time. Letting your hips move left and right. Maybe turn your head left and right as well. Walk the dog. All right, bring your feet, so both heels are up. You're up on your toes. Both heels are up. Push the tailbone up and back. Push away with your arms, hands, fingertips. Drop the head. And slowly lower your heels. Inhale, exhale for me. And beautiful. Bring those knees down. And I bet you think we're getting ready for plank, but not quite yet. We're going to do the pigeon. So bring from the table position, bring your right knee up between your thumbs, and then slide down on the front of your back thigh. This foot here can be out to the side or tucked right in at your hips, up against the wall behind me. Here. All right, there we go. So pigeon pose, puff your chest out in front like you're a big proud pigeon. Lift your face, keep those shoulders pulled down from your ears. And let's look over the shoulder behind you, one shoulder and then the other. Putting a slight twist in the torso as we look back over our shoulder, one way and then the other. Maybe you see your heel back there, all the way back there. And then we're going to just do the sleeping pigeon, drop the chest down, bring the hands palm up by your hips, and drop your forehead right in front of your knee. When you're ready, hands to the floor under your shoulders, push yourself back up to proud pigeon. Puff your chest out in front, lift the top of the head, shoulders away from your ears. Big breath. Awesome. Now sway back and roll back onto your bottom and bring the legs out in a straddle. Walk your hands in front a little bit, bend the elbows and push back. Just a small movement. Let's see if we can come down and stay down for 30 seconds. Wherever down means to you, don't go too far, don't overstretch these tender tissues in the inner thigh. Just be gentle and stay still and keep breathing. You're already halfway through. If you can, try to relax your legs, relax your feet, relax your mind. Keep breathing. And then push back and sit tall. Now this other leg is going to bend, and we're going to rotate around and pigeon in the other direction. So this long leg that's extended becomes turned, and you're going to go onto the front of that thigh and slide into pigeon on the other side. Proud pigeon, puff your chest out, shoulders away from ears, head lifted nobly. Keep breathing. And start to look behind. Lean over the shoulder one way and then the other. Keep breathing. All right, let's see if we can come down into your sleeping pigeon or relaxed pigeon. Bring the forehead down in front of the knee. Bring the hands back by the hips, palm up. Take a rest. Hands under the shoulders, push yourself up, return to proud pigeon. And then we're going to come back up to table. Back up on the hands and knees. And yes, you guessed it, it's time for our plank challenge. Are you ready? We are at 60 seconds, so I'm watching closely on the clock. You know what we're doing, but if anybody's new, let me just talk you through it. If you cannot do a 60-second plank challenge, maybe for you 30-second or 20-second is enough. Don't overdo it. If you don't want to be up on your wrists, it can be very sensitive for a lot of us. So if you want, you can be on your elbows and do the low plank. That's perfectly valid. I'm gonna show the high plank, and we're gonna do 15 seconds of strong plank. Then we'll do the heel lift. You don't have to do any of this that you don't want to do. But if you are with me through this plank challenge that we've been doing, we are ready to do heel lift, Spider-Man, and I'm going to introduce a new move, which is touch your hip. So any of that that's too much for you, just do the plank. And if you can't do the plank, take a rest. All right, so let's come up on our hands and knees and get ready to come up onto our toes and either hands and or elbows. So get ready, come on up. And we are on the clock. That's our 15 seconds of straight plank, strong. We're going to lift the right heel. drop it down. Lift the left heel. The legs are straight here. Lifting from the hip. Drop it down. Right heel up. And drop it down. Left heel up. And drop it down. Strong plank. Get ready for Spider-Man if you want to do it with me. Knee comes to the elbow on the outside and alternate. Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. All right, come back to strong, straight plank. And here we're going to touch the hip. Touch the hip. Touch the hip. And touch the hip. Come back to strong plank. Knees down. Take a seat. How's that? Pretty good, huh? All right, if you're like me up on your tall plank, maybe your wrists are killing you right now. So we're just going to take the hands into light fists. And roll them around. So it's just make a little fist with your hand, but not a strong fist like you're going to punch somebody, just a soft fist. And then circle your wrists around. Let's reverse it, go the other way, breathe. Change direction again. And then play the piano a little bit here. Straight fingers, play the piano. Bend your fingers and play the trumpet. Use the thumb as well. Back to piano, flat fingers and thumb. Interlock and squeeze a few times, invert, prayer pose, and you're good to go. All right. All right, let's see if we can work on our breathing a little bit. I want to introduce the idea of alternate nostril breathing this morning. And so if you have never done that before, you may need to really pay attention closely. If you've done it before, just follow along. The idea is that we're going to try and isolate one nostril, feeding into one lung at a time. And we do that with a hand shape that looks a little bit like I love you in sign language. So we're going to make that little finger, index, and thumb stick out. Bring it to your face. And bring the thumb to the right nostril. So if you're right-handed, your right thumb comes to your right nostril. If you're left-handed, maybe you want to do it the other way, and you'll start on the opposite side. So we're going to let these two bent fingers rest on the chin and bring the thumb to the left nostril. And the other little finger can extend towards your ear and your cheek here. So we're going to breathe in through the left nostril to the left lung and out. At the top of the inhalation is when we switch to the other nostril. So we breathe in and switch and exhale. Then stay there and inhale again. And switch. Inhale up. And switch, exhale. Inhale. Switch. Inhale. Switch, exhale. Keep on that side, inhale. Switch, exhale. Inhale. And switch, exhale. And you stay quiet for 3 rounds while you do it for yourself. allow your hand to rest in your lap. Close your eyes and breathe normally. Take a moment for gratitude for how you feel right now, for the strength of your body, the health of your body, the vibrant energy of your life, the radiance of your spirit. Remember that you are not your body. You are a soul, a spirit. You are not even your life or your personality. You are eternal, and we are all eternal. We are all connected through the spirit of life, through God, if you prefer. The great spirit that unites us all. I salute the spirit in you. Great love and appreciation for each and every one of you. Let's finish out our yoga today with rectangular breathing and a little bit of the breathing that sounds like a freight train, the ujjayi breathing. So we're going to do that to start with, and it involves a little bit of the belly. Now, this is not something that you want to do a great deal of. It's just a little bit of a breathing exercise to control your breath and your awareness. And it involves the belly button doing all the work. So squeeze the belly button in fast and let air escape through the nose as a response to what's happening here. And then do it again. And do it again. And again. So notice that your inhalation comes naturally. You don't have to think about it. After you go, when your belly releases, the air just flows in. So we're going to work on that a little bit. So take a big breath in with me. Let it all go. Then breathe in halfway. And do that belly button fast, clenching in. And let's go. After a while, you get the trick of it. Let's breathe in and relax. And let it all go. Let your breathing return to normal. So that's sometimes called fire breathing. And it can make you feel a little bit dizzy, but it does bring energy and relaxation at the same time to the body. So let's try another round of the ujjayi breathing, the fire breathing. Get a breath in. Let it go. Halfway in. And give it a try. And I'm just, as I'm doing this, I'm thinking I'm giving you the wrong name. It's not ujjayi breathing. I apologize. It's Kalabati breathing. Kalabati breathing, I believe. It's called fire breathing. Let's just call it fire breathing for now. All right, and a little bit of rectangular breathing. 8 beats in, 5 beats hold. With the breath in the body, let it suspend and expand during those 5 beats. Then we exhale for 5 beats and hold the body empty of air for 5 beats. So we're going to go nice and slow. Remember that as I'm counting, I need to take little sips of air to be inhaling in between the numbers I'm saying with my voice. You're not saying anything with your voice, so you can just breathe in smooth and steady for 8 breaths, 8 beats. So here we go, breathing in together and out together. And we go in for 8 counts, starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold full for 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold full for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold empty for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 8 counts. Count for yourself. Hold for 5 counts. Count for yourself. Exhale for 8 counts. Just allow your breathing to return to a natural rhythm. Close your eyes and float in your little personal bubble of light up into the air, bouncing off the cloud tops, dazzled with sunlight, completely free of worry, stress, pain, sorrow, completely free of anger, completely free of any fear. And let's end our yoga today with an Om from home. Join me if you will, breathing in through the nose. We're going to say O and M. O as in ocean, M as in mother, the universal vibration joining us all together. Breathing in now, let's go. Inhale and repeat. Inhale. Last Om. Thank you for joining me for yoga today. It's Thursday. I'll see you again on Tuesday for live yoga, 10 o'clock from St. Martin with love. Namaste to each of you. Have a beautiful day.